We return to the second part of this story arc with Happy Announcer reminding us that Poggle the Lesser, has built a super-duper droid factory on Geonosis. Again. So the Republic forces will have to take it out if they ever hope to overwhelm the massive army of comic relief droids being thrown at them. First, they're going to need to secure a landing place on the planet, and leading that effort will be Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ki-Adi-Mundi, the guy from France. They'll attack along 3 different vectors, join up, and then head in together underneath the shield in order to take it out. It will be a brutal and probably costly slog. So of course Anakin is bemused by the whole thing. There's a killing to be done, and he doesn't need to pretend he feels bad about it. Time to head down to Geonosis. Again.
Last time I was chained to a pole and attacked by several humongous monsters.
You have no idea what they charged for that, but it was so worth it.
Good luck, General.
I brought my best monocle just for this occasion. The fire is really heavy. Even Anakin and Ahsoka's craft is shot down, but luckily their character shields are enough to avoid it exploding on impact. With the Republic getting their asses kicked like this, well, sorry to Armchair General here, but shouldn't there have been some kind of fighter escort to protect their landing craft? Not to mention maybe bombing these emplacements outside of the shields before even deploying the landing craft to the area, instead of just leaving them intact and then taking them out on the ground? I mean, this is the kind of thing that would have made Tennyson sarcastic. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon in front of them! Into a fuckload of cannons rode the noble dumbasses! The plan is not exactly going well. Ki-Adi's forces went down far from the landing point. Obi-Wan's believed to be doing better and actually crashed into the landing point, though he himself may not have made it. And Anakin is merrily attacking a whole army with his lightsaber while his men wish they'd never been cloned. For any of the clones that hadn't thought that yet, Anakin gets into cover and bitches that Obi-Wan is not able to help the one time that he needs him, when he's facing an entire frickin' army. So Anakin orders his men to rush the guns, employing some kind of Zap Brannigan tactic of just sending wave after wave of men at the enemy, I assume in the hopes that eventually their trigger fingers will cramp up and be unable to repel the entire force that Anakin has. Elsewhere, the clones have circled the wagons and decided to go looking for survivors, and you might as well try to find a 4-leaf clover out here while you're at it if you're feeling so lucky. They managed to find Obi-Wan's downed ship, and he and one red shirt managed to have survived the crash, so hey, things are looking up. They conclude the enemy must have known that they were coming to cause such overwhelming damage to their ill-equipped operation. My money's on the Admiral, because he refuses a request for air support even now, citing that this is a planet-wide invasion, and to divert air support here, the area is so important it has 3 generals leading their armies against the target, would mean taking it from somewhere else that was not even worth mentioning previously. So you're on your own, guys.
Have you located General Skywalker's position?
Yes, we followed the pile of bodies. Anakin has in fact led them against the massive separatist fortress that they were supposed to avoid at all costs. But Anakin's philosophy is that there's a time to think and a time for action, and with a battle going on, this must be the time for action. Meanwhile, Ki-Adi-Mundi leads what few men of his are left through these tunnels, this spot that seems like the perfect place for an ambush by subterranean insectoids. This is a bug hunt, man, a bug hunt! On Front 2, which is Anakin's, he figures, who cares about the impenetrable barrier? Let's just climb up and attack the entire droid army hand to hand. Fortunately for his men, he decides that only he and Ahsoka will do this. You can't be a general if you wipe out all of your troops, after all. Front 3, the actual landing zone, is a sign of Obi-Wan's incredible success, as he is not only there, but even has some of his walkers left. Armored vehicles, not Walking Dead. We're saving the zombies for Episode 7. Back on the wall, the droids have mostly been dealt with, and thanks to the timely arrival of Rex, one of the clone troopers, the area is secured and the charge is set. Thanks for the...
Up and away!
Sorry, Rex, we can't have any witnesses. Luckily for him, they catch him before impact.
Next time, just tell me to jump.
Now where's the fun in that?
I am so looking forward to Order 66. It was for your own good, Rex, and you gotta trust Anakin. The way of the Jedi is to care for all life, to only kill when there's no other way, and to avoid causing suffering whenever...
Bring in the flamethrowers!
What? Holy Christ! A Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense, never for attack. That's what the flamethrowers are for, yes? Flame on! I know they're bugs, but come on, I would feel bad doing this to a beaver, never mind a sapient being. Well, now that we've flambéed the enemy into submission here, the Admiral can finally send some air support to help Obi-Wan while Ki-Adi-Mundi and Anakin's forces arrive at the landing site. And we have a few minutes left to maybe actually carry out step 2 of the plan. Well, if we're going to do this, we're going to need some madman to lead a charge on foot through the shield against the heavily fortified gun emplacements, a likely suicide mission. So naturally, Anakin is there waving his one remaining hand and going, "Ooh, pick me, pick me!" They're able to cut the numbers down enough to bring in the walkers and take down the shield generator. Hooray! Call up the reinforcements! I surrender. And bring in the flamethrowers! There's little to say about this episode other than it's fight, 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 fight. Probably more than what people expected the Clone Wars series to be. Big, important battles against the Separatists. The fights look good, too, and the episode is very well paced and obviously full of energy. It never gets tedious and hardly gives you a chance to breathe. On Thursday, the next step in the campaign, the weapons factory itself is handled in, Weapons Factory.